My name's Jonathon Parkinson. I'm a neurosurgeon from Sydney. I'm also the co-chair with Elizabeth Hovey of the New South Wales Oncology Group in neuro-oncology, which is run by the Cancer Institute, and it's really with that hat on that I'm here in front of you today. It always fills me with pride at the start of these forums, because these forums have been running for about 15 years now, so it's always good to get some people in the room and to talk about some of the issues that we face when we've been touched by brain cancer in our lives. So I'd like to start with a few things, just acknowledging the people and the supporters that have made this happen. Susan Pitt from BTAA is still sitting outside having the helping the stragglers get organised, but she's certainly taken the lead in terms of most of the organisation. So if you see Susan, thank her. I'm sure most of you have spoken to you as you've checked in today. In terms of the sponsorship for today, the Brain Cancer Group, which was formerly SNOG, are kindly sponsoring lunch, and Pat Wheaton, the CEO, I'm on the board of the Brain Cancer Group as well, as is Helen Wheeler. So there's a few people from the Brain Cancer Group here today if you want to ask anything more about what we do. The Cancer Council of New South Wales, we're having a talk from Kim Pearce this afternoon from the Cancer Council, which will cover some of the information as to what the Cancer Council actually do and how they can help. There's a few people from the Cancer Council here today. They have the stand outside. But that brings me to talk about a bit of what the content of today and how that will be, in terms of it can be a bit confronting for everyone. If you need time, or you need to talk to someone, this isn't the sort of thing where you're locked in the room while all the talks go on. Get up, go outside, talk to someone. If you need any help, there's plenty of support here. And also we have the Cure Brain Cancer Foundation also have some a couple of people here today and a stand outside, so you can find out some information from them also. And finally, BTAA, I mentioned Susan individually, but very grateful for BTAA's support in terms of hosting the registrations for today's event, and just generally, I think it's really through them that most of you are here today. In terms of the structure of today, we've got sort of two fairly short sessions, but again, it's not like school. You can get up and leave at any time if you need a bit of a rest. You're more than welcome to pop in and out. The morning session is pretty much the medical side of things. We'll have a talk from a surgeon, a radiation oncologist, and a medical oncologist, and then we'll have a bit of a panel discussion as well, also involving a scientist and a neuropathologist. So there'll be introductions of all of those people in due course. Then we'll have lunch, and then after that, the afternoon's more about therapy and support. So a bunch of talks there as well, which of course will be introduced as we go along. I'll now hand over to Elizabeth Hovey, who is my co-chair at the New South Wales Oncology Group. She'll get the day started. And thank you again all for coming.
Thanks, Jonathan. And as Jonathan said, there are a lot of people to thank, and we should also acknowledge the Aboriginal elders of the land as well. And the other person who's not in the room, who we should really thank, who was the first chair of our Brain Tumour Alliance, is Kay Duffy, who was nudging. She's overseas at the moment, but she made sure we remembered to book a room and make sure we actually went ahead with the day. And so big thanks to Kay, who I hope is having a lovely time overseas. So as Jonathan said, today might be confronting at different moments. We're not going to be able to tailor it to everyone in the room. Everyone's got a different story and a very different journey. So, so don't worry about the specific medical things as regards to your journey. We just hope that each of you in the room learns something, meets someone, has some take-home message. And it's just an opportunity for a supported conversation with lots of experts in the room. So we'll get on with things very soon. So as Jonathon said, this has been going for a long time. So the New South Wales Neuro-Oncology Group was one of the first clinical groups that set up in New South Wales. Started back in 2001. So when the Cancer Institute set up in 2004, we were ready to go. And this event was the first event that New South Wales Cancer Institute actually hosted for the public back in 2004. And the group's gone sort of up and down, but I think that all of us who've been involved with the group, we're all unanimous about one thing, and that's the importance of this event. And so we're all unanimous that this particular event needs to run every year, because even if people have heard it the year before, unfortunately there's a new crop of patients and families. None of you want to be on this journey. It's a journey no one deserves to be on or wants to be on, but it's a journey that many of you are going on at the same time. And so if we can be helpful in any way, that's what we want to do. So thanks again to everyone behind the scenes to make sure that today is happening. So our first speaker, so as Jonathon said, we're going to start with some quick talks, just overview. And it's very hard to sort of summarise all the medical aspects of the care of brain tumours in a short speech. But basically there's going to be about 15-minute talks from the three clinicians initially. And then we know that the panel discussion and question session's probably the most popular aspect of it. So we've